In this lecture video, we can learn about the new concept in wireless communication with the topic of OFDM, that is cyclic prefix. So cyclic prefix in OFDM. So that is the topic which we are going to learn today. So OFDM is one of the advantageous method of transmitting information from one place to another. That is considered as one of the important term. So now in that scenario, if you consider or if you think about transmitting more data, so high data rate transmission parallelly we can able to do with the concept of OFDM, that is orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. So in this concept we can learn about the main purpose of cyclic prefix in OFDM and also its functions. So cyclic prefix, it is a key element for enabling the OFDM signal, because always we expect a reliable way of communication. So real-time communication should be more reliable. And also we can say that cyclic prefix acts like a buffer, or it acts like a guard band to protect the symbols available in the neighboring windows. So the way which we create the datas, then the way which we follow to send the datas. So in such a scenario, we also have to think about how much is the possibility to have interference. So cyclic prefix is created so that each OFDM symbol is preceded by a copy of the same symbol. And about the OFDM cyclic prefix length, so as far as this is concerned, so based on the different proportionate, so based on the system, based on the purpose, this will be differing. Within a long-term evolution, a normal length and an extended length is possible. So the usage of the OFDM in 4G and in long-term evolution, then which help us to consider the working scenario where we can consider. Here in the OFDM, you can say about these were the transmitted signal, there is our symbols. So a set of symbols will be here in this window, a set of symbols will be here, and in between two sequence of data bits, we can see that this is a cyclic prefix. So cyclic prefix is allotted in between two sequence of data streams. Then after sending the signal, we will receive the signal, and before sending the signal we have certain formats. So at first the data will be converted into serial to parallel. Then when we do this serial to parallel conversions, what is the main thing is to load the symbols onto the subcarriers, because we need more subcarriers. So subcarrier in OFDM, that is considered as another important advantage. So the subcarriers are actually made in the way they actually act as orthogonal. So orthogonality principle is maintained. So there is no chance for any kind of interference. So after the serial data is converted into the parallel, then it will be taken out to IFFT, that is inverse fast Fourier transform, and this is for make out with the cyclic prefix format, and then we are making for the again parallel to serial by multiplexing to generate the fixed format of the samples. Then what do we do? At the end, before transmitting, we add the cyclic prefix. So why I am telling now this is, you may arise the question where the cyclic prefix is added before sending the data. So now this is the time we normally the place where we insert the cyclic prefix. So the main functions of the cyclic prefix are: it provides guard interval to eliminate interference, and it repeats the end of the symbol. Then linear convolution of the frequency selective multipath channel can be modeled as circular convolution, so that computational capability will be much more simpler, and easy transform to the frequency domain via the discrete Fourier transform, because as we know, inverse fast Fourier transform, or we can say inverse discrete Fourier transform, can be done when we make the sample to parallel stream. So this approach accommodates simple frequency domain processing, such as estimation of the channel and also the equalization. So now, how the cyclic prefix performance in OFDM look like? So here we can able to see that two set of data streams are available. So this is one window, this is another window, window number 1 and window number 2. In this window, have included one data stream, start with x0, x1, x2 and x3. So total number of symbols is 4. In window 2, here also the total number of symbols is 4. So now the main thing is how to implement, how to make this process of cyclic prefix. So here, as we know, in this way efficient, and suddenly on the time when any interference occurs, then due to delay spread caused by the multipath component, this symbol will be getting spread out in next window. So the next window what you have, the data is x0. So x0 will be corrupted. So some error will occur here in x0 when this symbol getting spreaded here due to multipath. So to avoid this, so how to overcome this kind of problem? So with cyclic prefix technique, we can able to overcome this problem, that is by prefixing. So prefixing occurs in a cyclical manner, that is why the name comes cyclic prefix. So here what we do now, here actual data is x0, x1, x2 and x3. So this x3, this symbol will be prefixed here again. So in the second here, so x3 is prefixed again. The remaining symbols are as like. Then the same for next window, window 2. There also x3 is prefixed here. So suppose if due to the transmission problem or due to any multipath spreading or anything, if there occurs a interference, and that will actually affect this symbol x3, but already this is actually a copy only, is a copy of this symbol. So in our window the actual data are now safe. So data will be safe. Now another question will come. So because of this kind of cyclic prefixing method, is there any problem with the bandwidth? So here we can say that since the symbols are actually reused, so there is no chance of any wastage of bandwidth. So there is no chance for any kind of bandwidth. So with these all contents, we can say about some advantage of the cyclic prefix. So it's more robustness. So the addition of the cyclic prefix add robustness to the waveform signal, and the data is retransmitted, can be used if required based on the scenario. Then it reduces the intersymbol interference a lot, because we know that cyclic prefix acts like a guard band. The guard interval introduced by the cyclic prefix enable the effects of intersymbol interference to be reduced. Then coming to this term, here one simple drawback with cyclic prefix is it reduces the data capacity. So as the cyclic prefix retransmits data that is already being transmitted, it takes up some system capacity, that's all. So we can say that the data capacity, the amount of data which we send at a time, can be somewhat reduced, and which reduces the overall data rate in the transmission time. Then the use of a cyclic prefix is standard within OFDM. so which enables the performance to be maintained even under conditions when the levels of reflections and multipath propagations are high. So cyclic prefix is considered as one of the best way to minimize interference in OFDM along with subcarrier, because already we know that forming subcarriers in a proper format and deploying the cyclic prefix technique in a proper way in OFDM, we can able to prevent the multipath propagation problems like reflection, scattering, diffraction. Then because of this occurrence of delay spread, and these all kind of things can be minimized. So in this way we can say that cyclic prefix play a main role in OFDM. And at last another question can arise, so when do we remove this cyclic prefix added in along with the transmitted symbol? So that when we remove, no, that is after it is getting detected in the receiving place, immediately that symbol possessed with cyclic prefix that will be removed. So after removing this, the next procedure for making that serial to parallel, then again proceeding with the fast Fourier transform, and that procedures will be continued. So there is no chance of any kind of errors due to the implementation of this cyclic prefix in OFDM. So that's all in this lecture.